Yeah, I am Reverend Dr. Ketuku Christopher Obioha, JP, the National Chairman of Southeast Electricity Consumer Association, SEECA, Nigeria. We debated 2 years ago just to making sure that there is enough electricity supply to the consumers of the Southeast zone, where EEDC have held sway for more than 10 years now as a disco, before the Aba Power came in on board 2 years ago too, because they've been frustrated by both EEDC and other factors that made them not to be at work in the Southeast. So EEDC had the monopoly of electricity distribution in the Southeast. And from there, a lot of things had happened and gone wrong, and the Southeast have been in darkness. So we debated to make sure that we get the city disco, that is the EDC, get them and welcome to their responsibilities, and also to interface with the NEC, National Electricity Regulatory Commission, to also come up to their bid to do what they're supposed to do. Because over the years, they've not done nothing. They have just been there, allow the disco EDC to exploit, intimidate, and defraud the consumers of the Southeast by denying them, number one, the equipment that they will use to calculate and measure the electricity they use, which is a meter, from analog meter or postpaid meter to prepaid meter. The Southeast have been starved of that, and nothing had happened. No query, nothing. The NEC had compromised, as it were, with the EDC, and has kept the Southeast in the dark. And that is why it has, multiplied and produced a number of things in the Southeast, like small-scale industries not functioning and increasing the level of insecurity, because there's a statement that says an idle man is a devil's workshop. So, because people are idle, because the artisans can't work, they don't have power to work. There are no small-scale industries because there's no power. Then people are idle. There's serious unemployment. And the unfortunate thing is that those we call our representatives, those we somewhat or somehow elect to go to represent us, they come from various constituencies, to be senators, to be House of Members, and House of Assembly members, and even the governors. They've neglected this area or this sector or this part of the economy or the existence of their various citizens. And an old woman will stay in the village, 2 rooms or 3 rooms, and they keep giving them outrageous estimated bills without machines or equipment to calculate. And they represent us. They say they represent us, they are not representing us well, and it's unfortunate. Because this is an area that if they really go in and work individually from the constituency to making sure that the transformers are supposed to be provided by these discos, or disco as it were, the EEDC, over the years they no longer provide, they no longer repair, they no longer replace transformers. They left it with the communities, requiring them and then asking them or coercing them to provide transformers, and then write a letter of donation to them, which is fraudulent, because they came in for business. So these are equipment they use in supplying electricity to the consumers. But they've allowed that over the years, and it has multiplied in various communities transformers littered everywhere, not working. And yet they go in, send a lot of bills to the National Assembly, to the government, as if they are being owed trillions and trillions of naira over the years, and they be collecting that money. Government giving them subvention at one point or the other, giving them loans and so on. Nothing has happened. And every cry that these individuals do and suffer, which is affecting their livelihood and their income, which they would have used to take care of their immediate families and to schools and all that. They don't have that. They just keep crying and nobody comes to save them. So SEECA came in to expose the inefficiency, inability, the non-capacity of EEDC to function. They took us to court and we won them after 1 year. Give power, electricity to our people. And since they took over as DISCO, they've not added any value to the equipment that they made or they bought over or handed over from PSCN, which is unfortunate. And again, I come to see all these that they're talking about, the seminars, the whatever, just like a few days ago, the Minister of Power was talking about free meter to everywhere. They just say it there. They will showcase you that's the fraud that is in this government, this federal government. That is the failure of this Tinubu government. That they would up there talk about things. If there's another Yahoo, it's like 419. They display things and they don't trickle down. They just say what they said there in air-conditioned places and so on. Collect their allowances, collect their whatever, collect their extra costs and in dollars and so on. And the citizens are suffering. Citizens are suffering. They don't bother. It doesn't touch them at all. They don't have a feeling any longer until when they finish your service and they come back. Because they keep talking about the electricity sector, they keep talking about the Electricity Act of 2023 signed by whoever. But these things are not implemented, they're not trickled down to the consumer so that they can, most times all the decisions they've taken the decisions within the government or the agency, which is the NEC, National Electricity Regulatory Commission, and the periodic discourse without, recourse to the consumers. They don't bring them into as a sector, as part of the sector, or part of the arm, or stakeholders. They just argue. And all that they keep on doing now, holding seminars, are just going there to blow grammar. At Davos here now, this Minister of Foreign Affairs was talking in a particular session and talking about what they have done in the electricity sector. It has improved and done whatever. Things are happening, they've decentralized whatever, the regulatory commission, whatever, to various states and so on. And they know too well that this regulatory commission in the various states also coming into their village like Anambra, like Enugu. And since, like Enugu, since 1 year now, only one, the same disco, putting a new wine in old wine skin, the same EEDC, which transformed to manpower. They want Imo State, they have another name. They want Anambra State, they have the same EEDC. This old wine in a new wine skin, so nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. So they just keep staying there. And then you can imagine the Aso Rock now, the kind of money, billions that they use in solar. If they have provided solar for themselves staying in Aso Rock, then tell me why they will even get affected or have a feeling to begin to make effect or don't do something that will affect the sector. And with the life of every nation, both industries, both the livelihood, both the way people live and all that and so on. All they keep doing is just going in. And when we're talking about that, they went in again to add injury to salt, to add salt to injury. And they went into band, Oriental band, Federal Afrobeat band, and so on and so band A, band B, band B. Total confusion. That's why we're saying that there should be a revolution in this country. The revolution not really a kind of change of power, change of government by force or by whatever. But there should be something. We are praying that there should be a change. Because this government we have in APC is no government at all. It's a government of compromise. Continue where Buhari started. And then we're now having a hope like those who play pool every Saturday or when the result will come, one number will fail you keep having hope because they have played another one waiting. That's what we are in Nigeria, gambling. Because we're now looking at 2027, which is tomorrow. And then all this issues now, these people who have gone in there in a very, very terrible means, grabbed and went into power. They can't do, they have no conscience. They have nothing. They have no feeling to have effect, to have a positive effect in the system. Except by kind of revolution. That's a revolution in the sense that people will come out, get registered, vote, wait for their vote, and making sure that the right thing the result is declared. And when it is declared to the contrary, or if they done something that is not what it's supposed to be, they will begin to react from their various political units to their wards, to their local governments, so that there be a spontaneous uprising in various places. It's not riot. Disagreement somewhere that will be so loud from next year, so that we can end these things and begin to live. Because all we are doing now, we are epileptic in terms of living. We are kwashiorkor reading. We are sorry with those sickle cell anemic. Nothing is going on. And they are all there talking. Every day they talk about the electricity sector. They talk about this. Where is the electricity? Where is the meter? You just stay there and say meter free. Keep on talking in Abuja there. Talking nonsense. It's nonsensical. Because it doesn't trickle down. The discourse will tell you, well, and all of you all have partners, you have stake, you have interest in all these discourse. That's the reason why it cannot work. And the only anti-corruption agencies that we have in the country is not this weak. They are kwashiorkor reading, they are not functioning. Yes, they are not. They just keep on going to elementary people, going to the other day, maybe AFCC, they say they want one estate, knocking one after the other. Whether there are a lot of monumental things. Those who have stolen our money, taking our patrimony that is so obvious. Look at Manami, you keep on going to court until maybe the kingdom come, and that person that's corrupt like he did will now come and release him and then give him plea again. So stop telling us all this about the electricity sector. Stop telling us about free meter. There's no free meter. If there's free meter, go and monitor it. Don't give up packets and cartons of things that you are giving out. How many of them? How many? That we started with 3 point something or 4 point something megawatts from 1960 and up to today. You have not increased beyond 6,000. And all that you do as a government is to have billions of naira to have solar panels in the Aso Rock. Is it not a shame? It's a shame. Shame to all of you. Until something tangible, somebody with capacity comes in. Let's keep waiting for 2027. And let's see how it goes. Stop telling all these things about the electricity sector. Stop it. Davos, Nigeria, Abuja, and so on. Come down to the discourse. Stop telling us you are giving all these things to the electricity sector. And then the regulatory commissions in the various states. How many discourses have they been able to, license for them to break the monopoly of this discourse, particularly in the East, which is EEDC? Until you do that, forget all those things you are singing. Even in Abia State and so on, government coming into it. Forget it. Better do the needful and let's have life. Thank you. Reverend Kechukwu Christopher Bioha, JP, National Chairman, Southeast Electricity Consumer Association, SEECA. God bless.